Priscilla! My name's Joe, and welcome to Simply Sims. I am just starting this channel, so you're watching the very first video, and I am a complete wreck. I have such bad anxiety, but this game has brought me so much passion over the years, as I'm sure it has many of you. I have been playing since it came out. Yeah, I'm that old. I was like 10 or 11 when it came out, and I've been playing ever since. I've had every generation. The only thing I haven't played is mobile, because I just couldn't get into them. But here I am. It's Sims 4. I've got everything except for Batu because, well, we all know the drama around that. And I am about to show you a little build I did. I took an old shell, well, I said old, a new shell from Kitty Lily. I think that's how you say the name. Oops. If not, I'm sorry. I'm slaughtering names. I'm bad. Anyway, and I loved it. It was little, and then the challenge was to build a home with these 3 items that were already on the shell, and two of them were Princess Cordelia kind of looking things, so that's where I went with it. So let's get into it. So here's the lot. It's pretty small, which I like, and there are these 3 items. There's the boat model, this little chest, and that stinking picture that's the creepy kid. You'll see me mess up here and there and everywhere, starting with obviously the roof. Wait till we get to the windows. Oh, goodness. I knew exactly what I wanted to go for here. I was going to go Princess Cordelia, because she's always been one of my favorite, I would say NPCs, but she's never actually been in the game, I don't think, at least not to my knowledge. But she's really neat, and I love all the different items that they have for her in this one. Here I am messing with the roof. I knew what I wanted, but oh god, when it gets to painting it, it was a nightmare, because I just couldn't figure it out. So, alright, well, since this is my first build, and it is a little sped up, like 2 times speed, I'm going to talk a little bit about me and ask some questions about you. So, I am old enough. I have 3 kids. I am married. We're all gamers. My youngest son is only 2, but his favorite toy when he was a baby was actually this little remote control, like that looks like an Xbox remote from Little Tykes. My 6-year-old, oh my goodness, he's getting so big. My 6-year-old, he loves Minecraft, and we call it Minecraft around here because it really is like crack. And he plays it constantly on his tablet. And my 8-year-old, he's a Mega Man junkie, and he's better at it than I am, and I've been playing it for a long time. My husband, on the other hand, can kick my butt at about everything. His big thing right now is Ark. I don't know if any of you play that. I've just started tinkering with it myself, and I think it's enjoyable. This roof. Sorry. I'm noticing now my 500 attempts at coloring this roof to make it look right with the exterior I'd chosen. Oh, green. That was a bad idea. Why did I even think that would be cool? I think I ended up just sticking with the darker one, and yeah, the darker one, and I moved on to the door. I chose red. I thought red would look really nice for the exterior for this. I don't end up sticking with this door. I changed it a little later on. And I changed the windows a lot. Anyway, so back to talking about me. What else do you need to know? I am an artist. I love to draw and paint. I'm actually going to be participating in Inktober later this year. I may or may not try and take some videos of, the Inktober challenge, but that's a hard one to video. Do any of you do Inktober? I'd love to hear and love to see your art. So, when I did this, I was actually under a different name on the gallery. So when you see that all later, it's not actually that anymore. It is the Simply Sims. It's just Simply Sims. I tried a couple of different names out when I decided to do this. My husband and my brother-in-law are the ones who talked me into it. So if you like it, thank them. I've been building a lot lately, and you'll see if you go to my gallery, I do a lot of shell challenges. I think they're really great because I'm not always the best at coming up with like an outer shell, but I also do a lot of my own, so you'll see those too. I actually went with this one here. I have an entire setup of Newcrest that is all shells, and I'm loving it. I think I've got like 6 or 7 done now. But I'll probably try streaming some of them as well as posting a few of them. Maybe both for several of them. Oh, I love this walkway. I think it turned out really neat. You'll see later I actually put some dirt down to make it look like it's been walked on. I always thought it was a cool thing that people do, but I've never been able to do it right, and especially with the people that are really great at it with the rug that's like a stone, you know, it looks like a stone. I think that is really really cool. Gosh, the floor plan. I had such a hard time with this. It's so small, and I wanted to fit in a full size bed and a bathroom that works. And so here I monkey with the floor plan for a while, and I actually have left it all in, so I'm sorry, it's kind of dreadful. Eventually, I'll figure out how this editing thing works. um, I monkey with it for a while, and I end up with a fairly decent little floor plan. But I have to adjust the windows, adjust the floor, the walls, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times before I land where I want to be. All right, so here I figured out kind of what I wanted to do, but these windows are not working for me. So I stop again and adjust again. Eventually, I will land on moving the door and changing the door. And that actually provides me with exactly what I needed. I think I go with this door because it looks really nice, but now I'm going to monkey with the window some more. I do actually end up using those small narrow ones that are up on the top wall because I think they work best for bathrooms. Personally, I don't like big windows in the bathroom. I feel like it's a little creepy. At my mom's house, there's a window right by the toilet that you can look right out and like be eye to eye with somebody while you're on the john, and I think that's really awkward. So I use these kind of windows a lot in my bathrooms, and when I don't, I try to remember to put in curtains because seriously, who wants to make eye contact with your neighbor while you're on the toilet? I think I keep it really basic in the coloring in here. You can do so much with your decor to make it different. So I usually like to do a light floor and a light wall, a lot of times white actually, because I can use the furniture to make such a different vibe in each section of the house. I have been starting to use pastel colors in bedrooms lately, though. They look kind of nice, and I think it'd be relaxing. These windows, I tell you, I changed these so many times because I just can't make them work the way I want. I really like these because they match the other windows I'm using, but see how the bottom doesn't have the white bit? That doesn't work for me. It just looks wrong to me. So here I am with, move objects. I'm trying to adjust the window just so it's not too high or too low. I'm like checking it out here, saying, is this what I want? I guess so. Oh my gosh, I do that so much. Does anybody else have that issue? When I'm clicking down, I always click one too many and I end up in the basement that doesn't exist. I love these. I love base game. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I like doing base game builds. I think it's fun. It's a little bit more challenging, I think, because you have fewer options and you want to try to make different builds every time. This one actually, I believe, is all base game too. I think that's really nice to have, is these all base game, because more people can actually use it that way. I've noticed that my base game builds get a little bit more attention on gallery sometimes than the ones with like 12 different packs. Or the one I did that I think has literally every pack represented. Does anybody else like to use? I know a lot of people like to use clutter for like everything, but I feel like a kitchen does not look right if you don't have clutter. Oh gosh, I tried these curtains here and they just didn't work for me. I think I delete them almost immediately because, especially right here, you can't make them sit right. Gotta remember the trash can. You know how many people I see and watch that always forget the trash can? I think you probably know a couple of the YouTubers I'm alluding to. I won't name names. I can't do it. I need a trash can in my builds. If I don't have a trash can, I feel like it's incomplete. Oh my gosh, move objects like this is my favorite thing to do, because that countertop is still usable, and it has decor, clutter, decorations, whatever you want to say, on it still, and it looks nice. It doesn't make the kitchen look like it's made for, you know, trying to sell it, trying to be perfect. And I don't remember if I end up sticking with this, but I start with a nice cream colored couch, or love seat, I guess, um, to do the living room with. And I think I end up adding like a blue color in with it. Blue or red. I use a lot of red in this build, I think. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. No, it is blue. I end up with blue because the blue looks nice with the red. That's what I decided on. Yes, I am a dunce today. Probably because I have insane nerves. Oh, this TV. So I alt place this TV, and it takes me a minute to get it to look right. But again, I don't like that the TV has to be in the very middle of the table otherwise, and it's still usable, and it looks really nice when it's off to the side. At least I think so. I don't know how many people don't know about the fact that you can use the Sims 3 camera mode, but I've actually discovered a few of my friends didn't know that. So I highly recommend switching over to it if you want to do things at an angle but isn't perfect. Oh, oops, my camera went all the way over. Oh, who else is super stoked about these lights being, those saucer lights only being 50 simoleons now? I so many of my builds I couldn't use them on because I wanted to go cheap, and they're not cheap. Overall, I think this build ends up being a little over 50,000 simoleons. So it's not a starter home by any means, but it's a nice little home for a sim who's on her own or his own, or maybe a couple. A little harder to do because on the bed, some people can scooch over, some people can't. Nobody's really sure why that glitch or why that feature doesn't always work, but it doesn't. And I think it's nice. I think it turns out pretty good for my first video, right? Oh, here I tinker with making it red. I did end up with red. I made it darker, that's right, because I wanted to match the cupboards. So these cupboards are really dark, and I didn't want to change them from the black to a different color. Yeah, see, I'm looking here for the Princess Cordelia rug. I knew there was one. That's... I thought about putting a single bed in here, but then I'm like, even as a single person, I would rather have a double bed. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I like to move, I like to sprawl. My husband is off cam and he's telling me that I'm not wrong. Poor man, he has to deal with my knee and his back every night, I swear. Sorry, honey. Alright, everyone, so just to get a little interaction going, I'm going to ask, what is your favorite pack? It can be any kind of pack, um, by Builder's Choice, or Creative Sims Choice, or whatever, what have you. But I want to know what your favorite pack is and why. I think the pack I use the most, I think, is actually Seasons. It's very versatile, and it's homey and laid back, and I use it all the time, I swear. Actually, do I use it in this? No, of course I don't use it in this build. This is a base game build. Oh my gosh. There are so many packs out there now. How many of you are super stoked about Journey to Batuu? Because even my friends that are Star Wars junkies aren't super excited, but some people I know are over the moon about it that never even touched Star Wars. So I'm curious who likes it, who doesn't, and why. Yeah, see here, I'm scrolling around to make sure everything fits. There's gonna be a lot of downtime in this video, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what all to talk about because I'm still fairly new at this, and you guys don't know me at all. So, I guess more about me, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so story time about Sims. I've been playing it so long that my first memory of it is actually my mom looking at it and going, "Why do I need this?" It came with the computer and it was a new thing, and she didn't understand why it came because it was something she was never going to use. But I whined and cried because I was a little kid and talked her into, downloading it. And she did. And I got hooked, so she got Hot Date. And I played so much of that, and I always got angry. I don't know if anybody else had this problem, but every single time I would go on my Hot Date, it would freeze, and it would sit there for 45 minutes, and I'd just be waiting, watching the little taxi and the little hearts on the loading screen. And then it would end up dying, like, closing out on me, and I'd be so mad because I would lose all my progress. I remember one year on New Year's Eve, my cousin was over, and he lives in Iowa. I'm from Michigan, so it's kind of a hike. But they came over rather, for New Year's Eve, and there's always a big party, and of course, us kids were not invited. So it was me and a couple of my cousins, and we were all hanging out and doing our thing. And we were like, "Hey, this game, let's try it." And when you're that young, woohoo is such an interesting thing, right? So these boys made characters of themselves and would randomly hunt down girls and try and get them to woohoo with them. And it was so bizarre to me because I was a little kid. I didn't understand what that even meant. But they were so obsessed with it. And the one, I think he got to the point where he was flirting with her over and over and over. And eventually she got mad because, the relationship goes down as you're failing these interactions. And he got the option to start a fight with her. And I thought it was so funny watching the little cloud of dust and the hands and feet sticking out. And he got all mad because the girl beat him. I'm like, dude, it's a video game. Chill out. Even at this age, you're way too obsessed. Did any of you play some of the older games? What did you like and dislike about them? I played so much of The Sims 3. I think the hours I put in were unreal. I was so excited when it was coming out because I thought it looked a lot more realistic than the older ones. But honestly, now that I'm back to Sims 4, I'm thinking, no, I prefer this style than the style we had before with Sims 3. I think I had everything for Sims 2 though at one point too. I miss those games. I still have Sims 2 because for a while there on Origin, I know if you remember, you could get the games free, the whole set for Sims 2. You could get the whole set for free on Origin, and I still have it now. Well, I have it again now. But I haven't played it in a long time because when I tried to download it on my computer, I spent like 5 minutes in create build mode and my brain exploded. It is not what I'm used to now, so it took me a little bit to get used to it. The one thing I miss the most about Sims 3, I think, would be the fact that you could change the color of absolutely everything, and you could make any hue, any shade, any tone, and you could make everything your own. You can't do that anymore, and I miss it. I completely understand why it's not in the game because it was definitely game breaking. So much lag, so much glitch, so much error, but I miss it. Same thing with open world. Everybody still wants their open world back, and I get it, I do, but unless you have the top of the line computer, it's hard because the computer gets so overwhelmed, and they want the game to be playable for as many people as possible. And I think we as a community got to realize that, not rag too much about those things. But cars, come on, give us our cars back. They can be just like they were in Sims 2, where they sit there and you use them as to activate the loading screen. So I'm almost done here. I'm just doing a little bit of landscaping. I decided I want to make a hill in the front yard because there's not really a whole lot of decoration items that I like in the base game for this. If I had more packs that I was using for this, I would have put one of the flags up. And I like to put a rocks or a little garden around it and make it look all nice. I'm also putting up some outdoor lighting to kind of make it look nice at night because I know for sure I always need outdoor lighting. And I decided to call it Princess Cordelia, a small Princess Cordelia home, or Princess C, because Cordelia wouldn't fit. And it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath home. I give it the traits. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom home. I give it the great traits of great soil and gnomes because I thought the gnomes are represented with my little garden gnome, and I do like gardening. I actually do a lot of gardening when I play in game. Here I am. I'm looking for their actual original shell because what I like to do is take the tags from it, and so I'm looking up what the shell was, who it was by, because I couldn't remember offhand. Like I said, I believe it's Katie Lily Creates, and I copy her tags and then I go to put it into my own and realize it was already there. Doesn't always work for me, so I always try to find them. I don't remember if I liked it before I uh, posted it or not. If I'm gonna go check after this is done, and I will definitely give her a like or him a like or whoever it is a like. Especially for that shell because it was a cute shell and I thought it was really fun to play with and it gave me a couple of little challenges. I think I just say that I made a Princess Cordelia inspired home. It's small, it's cute, it's fun, and that's about it. So, yeah. Go ahead and check it out on the gallery if you like. If not, no big deal. Feel free to give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me whatever you want. Comments are welcome. If you want to see me try and build anything else, or if you got a shell you want me to try, please send it my way. I'm always looking for new challenges. All right, and that's the build, everybody. So thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, maybe comments. Um, I will hopefully see you all again soon, and I'm gonna try to stream on Twitch at least once a week. So catch me there if you can. Wow, that was really bad, really awkward. Hopefully next time's better. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.